The case that haunts the darkness in the world of true crime. Some stories end with justice, but others remain open wounds. I'll Be Gone in the Dark, the groundbreaking documentary, chronicled the hunt for the Golden State Killer, one of America's most notorious predators. For decades, he terrorized California, breaking into homes, committing assaults, and leaving behind a trail of fear. After years of investigation, DNA technology finally unmasked Joseph James Dungello. In 2020, at last, victims and families sat inside a courtroom and watched him face sentencing. Their long nightmare had an ending. But for writer and investigator Michelle McNamara, who tragically passed away before she could witness that day, the Golden State Killer was never the only case that haunted her. Her obsession with unsolved crimes began long before her best-selling book. It started with a brutal killing in her own hometown, a case that remains unsolved to this day. August 1st, 1984, Oak Park, Illinois, a quiet suburb just outside Chicago. On that summer evening, 24-year-old Kathy Lombardo laced up her sneakers for a jog through her neighborhood. She never made it back. Witnesses later recalled hearing a scream, sharp, piercing, unforgettable. Moments later, Kathy was discovered in an alley, brutally attacked and stabbed to death. Her murder shook the community to its core. The randomness of it, the sheer brutality, made residents fearful in a place once considered safe. But for a 14-year-old girl living nearby, the crime would become life-defining. That girl was Michelle McNamara. Michelle never forgot that night. The murder of Kathy Lombardo wasn't just a story on the evening news. It happened close to her home, on streets she walked every day. The idea that someone could vanish, that violence could strike so suddenly and so mercilessly, haunted her teenage mind. Years later, Michelle would write, "That was the day I realized the world was not the safe place I thought it was." That revelation ignited a lifelong obsession with unsolved crimes, cold cases, and the pursuit of truth. Fast montage, Golden State Killer headlines, Michelle typing late at night, police sketches. Michelle would go on to become a crime journalist, launching her blog True Crime Diary, and eventually writing I'll Be Gone in the Dark, the book that helped shine a national spotlight on the Golden State Killer. Her meticulous research and human empathy gave victims a voice, reminding the world that behind every crime statistic is a real person with a story that deserves to be told. But while the Golden State Killer's reign of terror finally ended with justice, Kathy Lombardo's case still lingers in the shadows. The HBO special episode of I'll Be Gone in the Dark doesn't just revisit the Golden State Killer's sentencing. It takes us back to Oak Park, back to that alley in 1984 where Kathy's life was stolen. Family members, journalists, and investigators retrace old steps, determined to uncover new leads. Was Kathy targeted by someone she knew? Or was she the victim of a random predator who slipped away unnoticed? For Kathy's family, the pain has never faded. Her sister recalls the emptiness left behind, the constant reminder that the killer was never caught. Michelle's voice recordings, her handwritten notes about Kathy's case. Though Michelle is gone, her spirit hovers over the investigation. Her friends and fellow researchers pick up the trail, determined to honor her legacy. The Golden State Killer's conviction proves that persistence can break even the coldest cases. DNA cracked open a mystery once thought unsolvable. Could Kathy Lombardo's case one day meet the same fate? Justice is not always swift. Sometimes it takes decades, and sometimes answers never come at all. But for Michelle McNamara, the story was never just about solving crimes. It was about remembering the people lost to them. Kathy Lombardo's life, like so many others, deserves not to be forgotten. The Golden State Killer is behind bars. Yet, the murder that began Michelle's journey remains unsolved, a reminder that darkness still lingers, waiting for someone to bring it into the light. This is the haunting legacy of I'll Be Gone in the Dark, dedicated to the memory of Michelle McNamara and to all victims still waiting for justice. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button.